Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Roland Folger. Mr. Roland Folger has been a part of Daimler AG since 1979. His first major role was a key person in which he supported warehouse relocation for several countries. Mr. Folger used to assume responsibility as president and CEO of Mercedes Benz Malaysia from 2011 to 2015. And Managing Director and CEO of Mercedes Benz India from 2015 to September of 2018. He is now CEO of Mercedes Benz Thailand Limited. He will speak about the future of mobility with some insights from Asian regions. Ladies and gentlemen, President and CEO of Mercedes Benz Thailand and Vietnam, Roland Folger.
We're waiting for the video. สวัสดีครับ
Welcome to Mercedes Benz.
Thank you again for coming here today and listening a little bit what we wanted to share with you from a Mercedes-Benz's perspective of how we see the digital future, especially also here in Thailand. So have you ever looked at your car and thought, how did this all start? During the Renaissance age, in 1478, Italian artist and inventor Leonardo da Vinci invented the self-propelled car. But of course, much like many of his inventions, it was only a sketch on paper rather than the actual and real car. Nonetheless, that's how the creative or innovative process most of the time works. It begins in the mind, and then it takes shape on paper. And it wasn't until 1885 when German engine designer Carl Benz built the first true automobile powered by a gasoline engine. It looks like a carriage and it had only 3 wheels. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might think yourself, Carl Benz, how does that name sound so familiar? History is a sequence of cause and effect. One thing leads to another. And we can say for certain that Carl Benz, built in 1885, directly led to me standing here and speaking to you today. After all, he and I are Mercedes-Benz. Some 400 years stood between Da Vinci's sketch and Carl Benz's innovation of the gasoline-powered car, and this is what we call, in the automotive environment, history. Some century and a half stands between Carl Benz's invention and the new area of electric mobility, and this is Mercedes-Benz. We don't just make cars, we make history, and we shape the future. Now think about a typical Bangkokian. Our lives are all very similar. We spend a lot of time in our cars, vehicles, or public transport. Coming to work from Lat Pradao to Saton, going home from Plunchit to Ramkhamhaeng, traveling in a car isn't just part of our lives, it's in the meantime a lifestyle. Also, we Facebook, we Instagram, we tweet, we chat and listen to our music playlists. We use our digital devices every day to work and socialize and learn something new each and every day. What I would really like to ask you is this: in our lives, and if they revolve around travel and technology, then why not ride with it? What we are talking about here is not merely an electric-driven vehicle that gets you from point A to point B. Not just about the exclusive parking spaces with an EV charger. Those are wonderful things, but also they belong to rather yesterday. Today we speak of the future, a future in which your Mercedes is not just a vehicle, a future in which your Mercedes defines and supports your very individual lifestyle. This is the transformation of how we live our lives and how we interact within our environment. And in every minute, every second, and every moment we spend in our cars and in our Mercedes Benz. So the lifestyle of the future is influenced by electric mobility. Ladies and gentlemen, technology changes rapidly, as does customers' behavior. The key is also to stay one step ahead of the customer, to move faster than their demands. Therefore, please allow me to introduce CASE, C-A-S-E.
Sometimes at night, my dreams about the future seem so real. I'm dreaming of other dimensions, where things are becoming intelligent and connecting with each other to make our lives easier, smarter, and more entertaining. I'm dreaming of cars that are driving on their own, so that I can do whatever I want while traveling safely. In my dreams, I like to share everything with my family and friends. Our adventures are so fascinating. It's not about the car anymore. It's about everything. I'm dreaming of silent streets at night, feeling the fresh air and the wind. A beautiful experience. I think my dreams can become reality and change the world. And if your dreams are feeling as real as mine, maybe it's time for us to realize that we are not dreaming anymore.
So as you just saw, the C in CASE stands for connected. Imagine being stuck in traffic because there is a car accident right in front of you. You'd probably have to be around 200 meters away before you even realize that it happened. Now just imagine if warning messages can be sent to you and other drivers practically in real time. This is our Car2X technology. This is how we become more connected, and this, believe me, can change lives. Daimler has already used mobile networking technology as a standard to send hazard warnings from vehicle to vehicle, car to car, so to speak, since 2013. Connecting cars together to other drivers and passengers enhance efficiency of mobility. The driver is connected and the vehicle especially is connected. One thing I've noticed about Bangkok is there are so many little what you call sois. The sois crisscross this way and that. Always there's a turn in the corner. Often there's sharp turns and around tall buildings where a motorbike might be speeding, coming at you directly from the other side. Meanwhile, you're driving along, perhaps talking to your family in the car, perhaps doing a sing-along with your children. You're minding the traffic, but you can't possibly see around the corner that is blocked by a building. Well, you don't have to. You would be happy to know that the Car2X technology allows vehicles to look around the corner, and especially through walls. Yes, actually through walls. And it gives you a warning of hazards and prevents accidents as well. Your Mercedes Benz will see that motorbike and any other hazard coming long before you yourself can actually see them. I can't imagine a better way of staying safe on the road. And not only you will be able to appreciate that, but especially your family, I'm sure. Autonomous cars are sometimes called also self-driving cars. The A in CASE, as explained before, stands for autonomous. And I'll let you in on a secret. If you're driving a Mercedes Benz right now, you're already taking a step closer to a future with autonomous vehicles. Wow, because our cars are already somewhat semi-autonomous. Our active distance assist, it's called Distronic, allows you to follow along the vehicle in the front without the driver doing a single thing. 90% of car accidents come from human error, as we all know. Logic has it then, let the car drive itself. The autonomous car allows us the freedom to enjoy an in-vehicle experience on top of that. And the truth of it is, with modern technology and lifestyle, we have so many things to do in our car. Watching a movie, playing a video game, having a video chat. For the ladies, putting on your makeup on if you're late for work. For the man who wants to think about driving, if Manchester United plays Bayern München, and playing on your mobile phone. But you can actually guess who I would be rooting for personally. And the best thing actually is an autonomous automobile. You can connect more with the ones you love, having not to worry about driving at all anymore. Why? Because the car can drive itself today. Now I understand that for many people the idea of self-driving cars creates a feeling that lingers somewhere between fascination and uncertainty. Fascination because new technologies are always an exciting subject. Uncertainty because driverless cars leave little room for human individuality or a sense of control. At Mercedes Benz, we believe that safety, trust, as well as acceptance are at the heart of a successful mobility transformation. Whether we are inside the vehicle or walking on the street, we need to be able to quickly and reliably determine what an autonomous vehicle is going to do next. And this is how trust is established. We call this concept cooperative vehicles and are working with multiple partners to discover exactly how autonomous vehicles should communicate and work together with us on the street. To build trust, the car must provide information about its intention in a way that people can grasp immediately and even better, intuitively. For example, our cooperative vehicle based on the S-Class features a 360-degree light signaling. The turquoise light strips on the exterior indicate to pedestrians and surrounding traffic that the car is in an autonomous mode. Another example is the rapid flashing suggests the car is about to move. It needs to recreate the natural eye contact that would have taken place between you as a driver and your surroundings. So just think about how this might work in real life. Another example, when you're in Mercedes now, so you're having a video chat with certain somebody special, and you're deep in conversation. Then suddenly there's a light flashing. Not intrusive, but noticeable. So you shrug and you think to yourself, cool, we're moving, and return to your video chat with complete trust that your autonomous vehicle will take care of the driving safely and efficiently. This is the seamless experience with autonomous cars that we're working on and that we can expect. And this is how we seek to create a balance between humans and technology with our best interests and especially safety in mind. It's magical how the simple idea of sharing has disrupted how we live our lives. Think about it. Are you ever going to own a helicopter? Most likely not. And I can't imagine a helicopter in my backyard either, frankly speaking. But what if there's a helicopter and it's shared between all of us in this room? Now that sounds a little bit more possible, doesn't it? That's exactly what we're aiming for at the moment. Imagine the future where you get to use the Volocopter, the electric-powered air taxi, and it's available even for daily use. Add up another mode of transportation at a shared cost level. Volocopter, just for your information, is an electric air taxi startup that has been collaborating with Daimler for the last few years. It's the epitome of future mobility development, having taken its debut urban flight during a presentation at the Mercedes Benz Museum in Stuttgart a few months ago, and just very recently also in Singapore. At Mercedes Benz, we are invested in discovering models of mobility for the future. From long distances among the skies that Volocopter can support, to short distances on the road that the new e-scooter can cover. Autonomous trucks like Freightliners will revolutionize the logistics industry, while autonomous vans with switchable bodies like the Vision Urbanetic can be adapted on demand to sustainable people or goods movements. We never stop improving in order to create an interconnected mobility network to suit your very specific urban lifestyle needs. And at the end of the day, we envision a future where there is less cars, less traffic, of course, less delays, less accidents, less noise, less pollution, but more for all of us of a better life. With the technology, you can better plan your journey safely and effectively and have fun while doing it. And this is how we keep our customers connected. This is how we improve lives. Everything that we have discussed so far sometimes will become reality. Some is more of a vision of the future. The future is, however, just around the corner, and all we have to do is drive towards it. Now let me introduce you to the most important letter of all, what we call our E for electric. At the heart of CASE is social responsibility. And at the heart of Mercedes Benz, thank you, is safety. We take the responsibility to create innovation and innovative solutions that customers can completely trust and naturally feel safe in. Before putting out a product, we do testing, after testing, testing during the process, after testing again, to ensure complete safety and reliability. For example, Thailand and other countries in Southeast Asia are prone to flooding. Natural conditions affect a car's safety as well as its performance. Therefore, we must ensure optimal safety and performance in any given environment and timing. We test our EV batteries, therefore, for safety, reliability, as well as performance. And as well, in order to achieve this, we work together with various stakeholders, including government agencies such as the National Science and Technology Development Agency, Electric Vehicle Association of Thailand. We work together with Thailand's Automotive Institute to set up necessary systems and infrastructure for our electric future. Today we look forward to a new change, the change we can believe in. And everybody, I hope, has heard of that quote by Barack Obama, correct? Let's go up one further. Let's take it one step further. Allow me to tell everyone here in this room, because Mercedes-Benz will make this change happen. A century and a half ago, Carl Benz brought on the disruption. He created the revolutionary change by inventing the internal combustion engine, the petrol-powered car that we all use today. Here's the next revolution, the next disruption, as well as the next change. The future for Mercedes is electric mobility. And today, Mercedes-Benz offers already the third generation of EQ Power plug-in hybrids that have been developed with longer range and even more power. We're all familiar with EQ Power vehicles that use both gasoline as well as electric drives. So by very closely, now in 2020, Daimler is committed to simply EQ, vehicles driven by electric power only. Very soon, the EQC, our first 100% electric SUV, will debut right here in Thailand. Why? Very simple reason. Thailand is one of the top 10 hybrid markets in the world in the meantime. Furthermore, we in Thailand are the largest EV market in the ASEAN region. We're the number one. There is a high demand for EQ power vehicles right here in our market. And in fact, the lifestyle of we who live in Thailand and Southeast Asia demand even more of the so-called EQ power. The Thai government is already playing a critical role in building the future of electric mobility together with us, as does the governments in our neighboring countries in ASEAN as well, as you might have heard. And in a world led by Mercedes-Benz, the future is not beyond reach. In fact, the future is already here. The case reality already exists today in parts, but tomorrow, very, very soon, in full. Connected, the MMC and MBUX connecting technologies are already here right now. Autonomous, the ability for your Mercedes-Benz to change lanes, emergency braking and stopping the car on its own when it detects that you're not in the condition to drive is also already here today. Shared services. We are already piloting the project in other countries. No longer will we think necessarily my car or your car. The future will be our car. And electric, as of 2020, we will be entirely committed to developing EQ vehicles. And no longer will Mercedes Benz pull into the gas station. All we need is then a plug and socket. So ladies and gentlemen, yesterday is a history we have already experienced. Today we take a bold step forwards towards electric. There's simple one thing left to do. Please allow me to extend my hand to invite you all to join the future of electric mobility with Mercedes Benz. Are you ready for it? Because we are. Switch to EQC video, please. So you see, we have our challenges with electric future, but it doesn't mean that it won't come. I think I'll conclude my presentation at this moment then. Thank you very much for listening. It's been a pleasure being here together with you and defining for Thailand what we deem to be all of our future. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any more questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you very much.